Xander, may I ask, if you're on a first date with someone you liked, would you kiss? Will there be a kiss on the hand? Teehee. Yes to both. Yes to both. It also depends on vibes, but I like to think that I'm romantic enough to kind of make things go in that kind of direction. I'd say it's balancing the fact that I'm a little bit on the romantic side with a little bit on the possessive side as well. You know, if I was with someone, I'd like to make sure that others knew that they were mine, at least a little bit. And I don't think that's too bad a thing, you know? You've got to make sure that the vibes hit just right. It's cute, whether it's just a little bit of PDA or maybe like a little hickey here or there or something like that, you know? I'm someone who likes the idea of making sure that if I'm with someone, others know that they're mine. And I find that absolutely intoxicating. Maybe it's a little bit out there, but you know, I'm very much a hands-on type person. Like if I'm out and about with someone, I'll like to make sure that I have a hand on them. I'll like to make sure we're holding hands, or I have a hand around their waist, or I'll have like a little tail wrapped around their wrist or something like that. And I like to make sure that, you know, it's not that it's kind of publicly like available knowledge that if I'm with someone, they're kind of mine. I like that idea. It's something that I find very, very cute for me. Maybe not that much on the first date. Depends how well it goes and how much I like them. I also like to gently build into a first date. I like to not rush it and make sure that it's just very, very slow until there's that little bit of extra pressure that makes things crack. It's kind of like waiting for the straw that breaks the camel's back. And then once that's done, you can just sort of get a little bit more playful to it. Or just walking along with like my hand on the small of their back. Just kind of like not fully around like the waist, but just kind of like gently on like the bit above the hip. I have to know you territorial on dates. Depends on your definition of territorial. Or if you want to go walk off and like chat with other people, then no, you're here for me, I'm here for you. If you're like checking Twitter like a bunch during it, it's like, what are you doing on that? I'm right here. How am I meant to like spoil you if you're there on Twitter the entire time? How am I meant to make you blush if you're too busy checking your For You page instead of like looking at me? If you're able to be like, oh, I'm going to go look at like something else, I'm going to go wander off to something else, I'm not doing my fucking job right. If I'm doing a date right, you should have like your focus trained on me. I should be keeping that focus. I need to be doing my job right where you're not able to look away, where you're fucking entranced, where you're absolutely just like inhaling my existence.